Welcome to Rebel Run Sports. I'm Rob Giampapa here with state champions Sydney Knego and Tori Birks of Potomac Falls Girls Lacrosse. How are you all doing today?
Good. How are you?
Great. Well, let's talk about it. Before we get into the state championship, take me back to the beginning of the season. What were your expectations coming in? Did you think that it was going to be a run like this? What were your thoughts at the beginning of the year?
We came into conditioning when did we start conditioning?
Oh, I mean, our season started in February, but we've been conditioning all year, off season.
And when we started conditioning, we already started thinking about winning the state championship. So we were conditioning extra hard and would get all the girls to come so we could work really hard because we knew that we had to win this year.
Yeah, ever since the last game of last year, that's been our only goal, is to win states. So that was through this entire season, every practice, that's what we were thinking about.
Okay. Well, you made a run in the beginning of the year, and then come about May 3rd, you hit a little bump. You lost to Marshall, 20-17. How much did that motivate you for the late season push?
So much.
I think when we came out in that game, we weren't as excited and pumped up. I guess we kind of underestimated them, which is the biggest problem we could have, because then we won't think that we have to come out as hard. So that was really an upset for us because we were undefeated, and then we were just we can't have this happen again. We got to come out every game strong and don't underestimate any other team, and we did that.
Yes, you did. You smoked people after that. Let's be honest about it. Well, let's talk about the state title game. You all came into that game. How happy were you to have another shot at Marshall in that game particularly?
Oh, we were really happy because after losing that, obviously, we had our revenge during the regional championship and we beat them, but one game wasn't enough. We had to have the majority wins, 2 versus just 1, so.
Yeah, pretty much what she said.
Well, your goalkeeper seemed to be dominant and set the tone early. Talk a little bit about her.
Janelle, she's come such a long way. From her freshman year, I think she played on JV, and she didn't only play goalie. She played some defense too. But the first year that I played was her sophomore year, and she has such fast reflexes, but she was never trained as a goalie. She just we threw her in there, we're like, you got it, and she was not afraid, and she has a great mentality. After someone scores, she puts that behind her. She doesn't get hung up on anything. It's amazing.
Yeah, when you watch her, you would just assume that she's been playing for a long time, but she seriously just started pretty much sophomore year, and she's also really smart, which is why she's really good. She can tell where they're going to shoot lots of the time. And she's used to all of our fakes and shooting on her at practice, so that's another good thing.
And she learns people. In practice, it gets so frustrating because she knows where I'm going to shoot before I even know.
Well, I was going to say,
she reads our body language.
She gets some good competition during practice to work with. So. What will you remember most about that game?
I think it was 8 minutes before the game was over. Molly started getting really upset on the sideline, thinking about how this is our last game, and our whole team was just all together, and we're this is our last game, and it was just a really bittersweet moment. So we were sad, but we were also so happy about how hard our team worked and how we were up by a lot and there was only 8 minutes left of the game. That's the moment I remember.
Yeah, I don't think I had a specific moment. Just every time after a goal or every time there was a great play and we would all just hug and just us being so close together. It was such a great feeling.
Yeah. Well, there's always talk about 4A, 5A, 6A. You all got a chance to play all of them this year. Do you think there's any difference in that level of competition, or has everybody pretty much caught up to everybody else?
I think there's a little bit of difference just because they have more people to pull from. So at tryouts, obviously, there's probably more people for the 6A teams, but I think we can hang with any team out there.
Yeah, definitely. I wish we could have had a chance to play more 6A teams, maybe Robinson, or I wish we also had a chance to play Woodgrove because I think it would be really good competition for us.
Tori, you're a junior. Sydney's a senior. How has it been? How has she helped your game develop over the last couple of years?
Well, Sydney is an amazing player, and just watching her play has always been something that I've strived to be as good as her, especially with her shooting. And in games, we always have a little bit of competition. She has more goals than me, and I'm trying to score as many as her. But yeah, just looking up to her, and she's been captain, so it's been really easy to look up to her.
And what is her best attribute on the field?
Well, to me, since we both do the draw together, just being able to have someone to get the ball to, and her stick is glue. Once it touches it, it's in there, and it's it makes me so much more confident going up to the draw circle, knowing that she'll be able to get the ball.
And what do you do best on the field?
My biggest contribution, I think, is the transition. I get the ball from Janelle after she makes one of her many saves, and I'm able to run it up and make good passes and see the field really well, and also the draw, getting it to Sydney.
Now, you're losing 7 seniors this year. Mm-hmm. What do you want to work on in the off season? What do you want to get better?
Well, most of the seniors that we're losing, I think 6 of them played defense, so that's going to be our hardest part. And I guess then the people coming up, we need to work on footwork and just a lot of defensive stuff, and definitely conditioning, because we're going to have less depth, so we're going to have to be much more fit than we were this year.
Sydney, for you as individually, how important was it having Tori for you?
Oh my gosh, it was awesome. On the draw, Tori does this little head nod to tell me what side of the girl she wants me to stand on, because she has this amazing ability to pretty much know where the ball's going to go 90% of the time. And I think that worked really well because we just worked really well in the draw circle together.
And I'll ask you the same couple questions. What is her best attribute on the field?
I would say definitely 100% the draw and the clears and running up the field. She never panics and throws the ball away. She always finds a perfect opportunity to pass or just run it down. And I feel like she never gets tired.
That's obvious. And what do you do best on the field?
I think definitely getting it off of the draw, because she gets it right to me lots of the time. And I'm also good at really seeing the offense side of the field. So if I get double teamed, I really make sure I look for the girl that's cutting who's open. And I really like shooting.
I would say so. I would say so. What will you miss most about playing in high school, and what do you look forward to most about playing in college?
I'm definitely going to miss all my best friends, because pretty much the whole team, we're all best friends, and we have this bond. And I've played with Tori and lots of the other girls on the team since elementary school, so it's going to be really hard not having them to rely on and have them just there to support me. I mean, next year I know that I'll have girls to support me, but it'll be harder because I won't know them. But I am looking forward to just bringing my abilities to SCAD.
For both of you, what is the memory what will you remember most about this season? What's the one particular memory that you'll remember most about this season?
Winning the state championship.
Give me that. Give me something better than that. Come on.
Well, we did a lot of conditioning, and we at one point, our coach, DeCarly, our conditioning coach, made us do hills. We had to run hills. This hill, I swear, was a 90-degree angle, and the whole time he was like, we gotta win states. You gotta do this hill. Come on! The whole time, it was just really fun.
Yeah, every practice, there's always certain memories. I mean, winning the state championship, that is a big one, but after every single game, just stretching with the team, we're all just so pumped and so happy, and just those little memories, those are great.
Well, it's terrific watching you all this year. Congratulations on the state title, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Sydney Knego Tori Birks, Potomac Falls state champs.